Good morning, everybody. It's Jody Whitaker here. So this morning we're doing a quick leader training where I want to be able to equip you guys with community and some tools so that we can all rally together, help each other out, and definitely leverage our time and community together. So what I want to do first is bring up a PowerPoint that I have. And let's go play from start. Okay, so what I want to do first, and there may be some more people logging in, and I'm recording this so that we can send this to our future team members as well. So whether you're watching us live or joining us live or watching the recording, welcome. What I want to do, and I do want to try and stay on track, so I want to keep introductions to like a couple minutes a piece so we don't go down on a tangent. But let's get to know a little bit about who you are, where you live, how long you've been doing Isogenics, and then share a couple of your favorite products and any of your couple of favorite victories that you have. So I will go first so you can all think about it. That, like I said, I'm Jody Whitaker. I grew up in Illinois, but moved to South Carolina 4.5 years ago. Love it down here in the South. And my husband Randy and I started our Isogenics journey because we started as a weight loss goal, didn't realize the jackpot we hit as far as aging with vitality. And we have been now happy customers for 12 years. And we started sharing Isogenics really organically because people noticed the changes within us. And we've been really working more on the business side for the past 11 years. Favorite products, I use so many of them, but I would say Supermix, our shakes, and our NAD would be probably my top three favorite products because you get everything from nutrition to vitality and all of those. And the best part for me is that we started this journey 12 years ago. I've been able to maintain over those 12 years. And I've fallen in love with the simplicity that I love not having to think about two of my meals. I love cooking, but I really only want to cook one of my meals, and my body feels great fueling it with Isogenics. So why complicate things? So let's go in order of how I have you guys on my screen. So Darlene, I'll let you go next.
Okay. Darlene Rosenquist, and I grew up in Michigan, got married, lived in Illinois for 23 years, and then we got moved to Wisconsin for 8, and now I'm in Iowa now 4 years. And I did Isogenics, gosh, I don't know, like maybe 8 years ago for off and on. I've kind of been off and on a little bit, I would say. But 8 years ago was more for like weight loss. And then I would say like a couple, 3 years ago, maybe it was more just for the collagen. I really loved the collagen elixir and had done that. Now I am a I love the super mix. I do that. I joined again for the weight loss, and this time I'm just committed to really just sticking with it, and still love the collagen elixir, doing the shakes and doing pretty good. So haven't really ventured outside of that box too much. Started using the skincare and really like that, and the fact that it's good for my skin, knowing that it is, that makes me feel good. So and I bought it on the anniversary special, which I was super excited because they had their 30% made too much, and then I got another 20% off. So I feel like I only paid $60 for the skincare set. And I am by trade an accountant. So those things matter to me. I always calculate the cost of everything. So anyway, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you. Ingrid, why don't you go next?
Okay, I'm Ingrid Rosenquist. Darlene and I are lucky to be sister-in-laws here. And I kind of have a similar journey as she did. Probably 8 years ago, we started the isogenics for the weight loss, and I got hooked on the collagen and loved that. And I don't know why I stopped. I think I saw results, and then it was like me and my retainer as a teenager. It's like, oh, I see the results. Oh, I'm good. So, and maybe a cost point at that point too. But now I'm excited that when Darlene said that she was getting involved again, I was like, yeah, I remember it worked and it was awesome, and I never stuck with it. So I am on kind of the same journey as she is. Gonna like stick with this for the long haul. I see the results and the improvements in everybody, and I guess as far as project or products, I have eczema and I've struggled with itching and breakout rashes. And last time we were together, I tried the super mix, and within an hour, I was seeing improvements in my skin and it not itching anymore. So that really hooked me. And then I found out about the Harmonia coming out and was absolutely on board. So as far as, and I've only been doing it about maybe a month now, and I have seen night and day difference in just the 1 month, and super excited about it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to transition on to the shakes here in a month. I'm just finishing up some product I have, but eventually I will be on the shakes, the super mix, collagen, and yeah, I think I said everything, and Harmonia. So,
Awesome.
but
And
super excited.
I love that you guys are family and like you link arms both times together. So I think that's awesome. Kim, why don't you do your introduction for us? Oh, you're on mute.
Okay, sorry about that. My name is Kim Long, and by trade, I'm a physical therapist, and so health and wellness is my space and has been for more years than I care to count. But if I was counting, it would be 34 years in May, which I can't believe. But so I've been doing isogenics now for over 2 years, and I had joined primarily for the weight loss, but it gave me the happy, tingly feeling of, with the wellness, because I'm all about the nutrition, fueling my system, healthy, vitality, aging. I meant to say aging with vitality. But so I have continued on my weight loss journey, and I've been on and off with my consistency because that's just one of my areas I struggle with. But pretty much for the last 6 to 8 months, I've really been consistent. And so I'm finally getting closer to my weight goals. And I've also been enjoying the skincare, the moringa, the collagen, and now the Harmonia. But I think my favorites are the shakes, as well as I really like the natural accelerator too, because I'm all about reducing the fat around my organs, so the visceral fat. And the side note, why I love the shakes is because it has the high protein. Well, all of it does pretty much, but it helps to maintain my lean muscle mass, because as we get older, we lose muscle mass. So I'm trying to fight that that loss. So, but I've enjoyed being on Jody's team. So that's about it.
Thank you. And Kim lives out here in Seneca, South Carolina, down with me. And then Crystal, she's one of my Greenville, South Carolina girls. Why don't you go ahead and give us a brief introduction about you, Crystal?
Yeah, thanks, Jody. Yeah, my name's Crystal. I am a public adjuster and financial coach up here in the Greenville area. And I know Jody through a networking group that we attend together here in Greenville. And anyways, Jody does a great job in promoting isogenics. And it was kind of at a good place where I personally was at a place where I was not feeling well, felt very bogged down, clogged in the stomach, just really backed up. Like I would still go to the bathroom normal every morning, but I hated waking up feeling nauseous. I hated going to bed feeling nauseous. It just wasn't feeling good at all. And Jody was like, well, actually, your body needs like a normal detox, like regularly. Like that's something that you need to do regularly. And I was like, sign me up because I feel like shit. And I don't like it. I was almost like I was almost at this place to where I was like, I just don't want to eat food anymore because I just don't feel good. Anyways, I she introduced me to some of the products with the Isogenics, and we the healthy starter pack was kind of where I started at because it allowed me to get into the detox, introduce the proteins and the protein shakes, and I'm actually on the plant-based one. Um, and I like that a lot. And I have the first detox cleanse journey that I did with Jody and the team was phenomenal. Like it and I so and this is the other thing is that nothing it wasn't like everything flushed out of me all at one time. It wasn't like stuck on the toilet or anything like that. But it addressed the things like bloating that I was kind of dealing with and the feeling of full all the time. Um, I don't know. It was weird. Like I could feel like stuff happening to my body. It was like all of a sudden, like people talk about like this whole like awakening third eye thing. So I had like this vision of it just kind of like, blah, you know. Yeah, so I honestly, this is like I love it. I was just joking with Jody the other day where I was in between shipments, and I think there was like a 2 or 3 day downtime of how I was going to deal with like my breakfast and stuff like that, and that this was going to suck. I'm either going to have to surrender to like having an upset stomach for the morning because I ate something that my body wanted to shake instead something lighter, or like getting the my husband's plant the whey protein and dealing with that. And of course so it was just kind of funny on that it's definitely the preferred go-to like every day, especially in the morning times. And man, I'm running around with my head cut off all the time. So I just don't have time to make myself breakfast like I used to back in the day. And but this has been the go-to that I can literally get it done within like 30 seconds of everything at my fingertips and run out the door. Because literally isogenics is usually the thing that gets me through 4 or 5 hours before I get that midday snack. If I even get the midday snack. So that's why I'm so grateful that it definitely holds me over. So, but that's it. That's what I got.
And fun fact about Crystal, her cats like our shakes as
Oh
well.
yes, 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 yes.
Kind of funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had a family night dinner and Vince thought it would be funny. We had the plant-based protein shake and then we had the whey protein shake and then we had our little shot glass that we had for the cats to have. So we all had our glasses lined up with the shakes and the little one was for the cats. So
I still think you need to post that in your stories to create curiosity, girl. So we're going to keep moving. And so with Crystal coming late, I was saying how I want to help build community and duplication and simplicity. And I really think, and it's funny that with us being 11 years in of building this business, and I've been to a bunch of the conferences and even the small events, I believe this journey always comes back to belief, whether it's consistency, whether it is excitement, whether it's momentum on your team, it always comes back to belief. And the belief that they talk about are these 5 components. Like, what is your belief in isogenics? And a couple things to review is that, as they say now, isogenics isn't on trial. We have been around 23 years last month, and a lot of wellness companies don't make it past 5. So the fact that we have been in business for 23 years and about 12 years ago, right when we started, is when they also started doing the peer reviews to actually prove that isogenics works with the double-blinded through universities, done it the right way to make sure that our products are working. So I always have people take out a piece of paper and write, where is your belief of isogenics on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 bulletproof. And then kind of in alignment with that is what's your belief in our products? And like I said, our business happened organically. Randy lost 40 pounds. I lost 18 pounds. And we started in January and had our results by spring season soccer. And literally people did what happened to you guys? And so it literally happened naturally for us. Good morning, Kathy. And so For us, we've always been a 10 out of 10 on the company and the products because we've seen results. We live it every day. We feel great 12 years later. But then transitioning onto the business side, like what's your belief in the compensation plan? And as you've seen, like Crystal's the newest. She's only been on, I think it's 6-7 months now, give or take. But that we have everything from 6-7 months. Kathy just joined us. I'm going to call you an old timer, and that's not to like offend you, but Kathy's been with us for probably 8 to 10 years, I'm going to say. That have you really looked at the comp plan? And here's the beautiful thing. Not everybody wants this as a business, and that is okay. A lot of you guys, actually all of you guys, have full-time jobs outside of Isogenics, and we completely respect that. But what Isogenics can be is that extra layer of assurance. One, that you can still afford your products. And the shakes themselves are $4 a meal. You can't go to McDonald's, Subway, Chick-fil-A. I mean, down here, everything's Chick-fil-A, and I think it's $15 a meal now. You can't go anywhere for $4 a meal, let alone have the nutrition. As a reminder, our shakes are equal to 2 organic plated meals. Like the investment in your health is not what I'm going to say is expensive. Where people start investing more money is in what I call the targeted with aging products. You know, whether you're talking nootropics or supermix or collagen or the Harmonia, like that isn't a meal replacement, but it's life changing. And so a lot of people don't even realize how great our compensation plan is. And a couple of things that I do want to highlight, just having been in direct sales before and having looked at some other network marketing compensation plans. One, if you haven't seen ours in a while, we're going to show you a tool of where you can look at it. But a couple key points is that there is no floor, meaning the previous company I was in, and I was actually in it with Darlene, we only got paid 3 levels deep. With ours, there's no floor. Keep going, 2,000 levels deep. Another thing is that in a lot of network marketing companies, if Crystal were to pass me up financially, most network marketing companies would cut my pay because she passed me. We've seen it physically done. 2 people on Cindy Walters' team have passed her financially at one time. You don't get penalized for passing your sponsor. So ladies, feel free to pass me. I'm throwing the challenge out there to y'all. The second thing is that we have what we call rolling BV. And this one is huge because most companies out there, every 30 days, you start from scratch. You start from zero, whether that's building your team, whether that's having a certain BV accumulation. Ours, as long as you keep 100 BV every 30 days in your personal account, that BV rolls. And Kathy, I'm going to use you as an example because we've done this on and off with you, where every once in a while I'll go through the team and I'll be like, hey, Kathy, don't forget to place an order under your husband because you'll cycle 5 times and get $250 back. You know, so if I see somebody has holding BV, and I'll actually use you, Crystal, because I've been watching you being a pirate, you actually have enough to cycle 3 times, which you're my math people up here. What's 54 times 3? Somewhere above 150, 160, that you have money in what I call the savings bank, right? So just know, not only did they do the products right, they did the comp plan right. And if you want to learn more about network marketing as a business, if you will, and again, I realize you all have other businesses, but there's some good books, some good people I can recommend to follow. And then I think where people get tripped up the most is what's the belief in yourself. And to me, one of the best parts of network marketing is it is a personal growth journey. I hate to read, but I have forced myself to read over the past 12 to 20 years. And I will say, I am so glad I found this industry because I am not the person I was before. I've had to learn a better mindset about money. I've had to learn against scarcity mindset. I've had to become a better version of me. So we always try and throw a little bit of that into the 11-day challenges because we want you growing as well. And one of the things that I just heard, I've heard it before, but I heard it again, and I loved this quote: confidence and certainty and energy build belief. And what I tell people is I will take every day of the week ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice. That's one of my favorite phrases from conference, that people are attracted to you because of your energy. You don't have to know everything about Isagenix or know anything about the comp plan. We literally like blasted out that first year out, us knowing nothing. And we literally kept calling Lisa and Cindy going, I think they did this wrong. We just got like $1,000 bonus and we don't know what we did. Like, you don't have to know it, but people are attracted to you because of your belief, your excitement, your energy, and your certainty. So just know that I'm not expecting you to have it all together. This is why we link arms and do it together. Okay, so I'm gonna do full confession here. There is an app that y'all can get. And again, we have so many resources. I kind of forget to tell people about all the different resources, thinking you're all staying plugged in. But we used to have an app called ISA Pulse, and they just upped the game. And the new app is called ISA Plus Pulse. And what ISA Pulse does is it helps you keep track of how close are you to another cycle. Have you earned a PIB? PIB stands for Product Introductory Bonus. What they did in the Plus version is all of this. Like, they didn't used to have videos, shareables, resources, all of our studies. So it used to just tell you like, hey, another 30 BV and you're going to cycle, or so-and-so just enrolled, or so-and-so just finished an IsaBody challenge. That was about it as far as what IsaPulse did. What they've done is kind of turned it into a mobile of Isagenix Business and IsaPulse kind of together. So I believe they're going to do training on this at conference, but I really had no idea that they upped the game so much. It's a free app. So if you don't have the app yet, I'm going to encourage you to download IsaPulse Plus. Okay, this is another big game changer. So every Monday, and I'm going to kind of talk about this in one of the next couple of slides, the success, I'll call it, of people doing well in network marketing is simplicity, duplication, and linking arms together. We don't want people to think this is hard to share Isagenix, or it's going to take hours to share Isagenix. We want to make it simple, duplicatable. So I will have to say, over the past 11 years, they keep getting better and better and better at making it simple. And I'll talk about in some of my next slides, like how it worked for us. But this is brand new. Many of you guys know Lynn Hagedorn Klaus. She and her husband, Michael Klaus, are the #1 income earners and have been in Isagenix for like 8 years. This is her brainchild, I believe. So oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Go back. Stop it. I love PowerPoints when they work. Okay, I'll stop touching things. I'll use this instead. You can tell I'm not a tech person. She created this link tree, and her thought was, and this was the question she posed on Monday, how many times have you had somebody reach out and you're like, I don't know what to send them. Do I send them to Isagenix Health? Do I send them a video? Do I send them something on the business? Do I send them something on the product? Like, usually people get stuck and overwhelmed of, I don't know what to do. And we've also learned that when people are overwhelmed, they just stop and do nothing. So she created this link tree that is public to all of us. So if you guys want to screenshot this or copy the link or write it down, feel free. So I did log onto it to see what it looks like. And here's what's awesome. So when somebody, and actually I'm using this as a test case with Randy's Uber driver from this week, because he had to take my car in to get brakes and I was in Greenville, so he Ubered back. And he's talking to the Uber driver. So I'm testing this out to see how it goes. And I'm asking permission of, would you like to learn more? But assume somebody has already said, hey, I want to learn something. What do you got? You can send this Linktree link and it gives them 4 hyperlinks. And what I am going to encourage you guys to do is take a couple minutes and go through each of the 4 links on your own time. You don't have to do it all at one sitting. But the first one is a little 2-3 minute promo video about Isagenix and living a wellness vitality life. And Kim, you were at conference with me last year. It's the David T.S. Oh, she's not on call anymore. It's the David T.S. Wood opener that they used at conference. That's very motivating. Meet the Products does show you the product guide. One thing they don't have in here that I would have put in there is I really do like the a 3-minute Dr. Plant video. So feel free to still use that video. It is on YouTube and on Vimeo that you can put in 3-minute Isogenics Weight Wellness Dr. Plant and it'll pop up. Then it does have a short little blip about earning the shortened conversion or condensed version of earning a little bit with Isogenics. And then how to earn is the full 15-minute video with Lynn Hagedorn Klaus. Again, if you haven't watched that in a while or haven't watched it at all, I would encourage you to do all 4, but the how to earn shows you the depth of the compensation plan, if you will. So I love that you could, and this is what she said on the call. You can use this link, and then what you do in your follow-up is you say, what did you click on first? And then you're just going to talk with them through whatever they clicked on first. And then the next follow-up question is, and what do you want to learn about next? So it's kind of a 1-2 punch where you know what they're looking at. Are they looking to be a happy customer? Are they looking for the free food club? Are they looking for an additional stream of income? I think all of us have those 3 options, and people ebb and flow out of those 3 options. Okay, how am I doing on time? I'm trying to stay on time. Okay, so Harmonia, I know a couple of you guys are having raving results with that, and Crystal is not even in the menopause stage because she's the young chick on the call, and she's even using the products and saying she's sleeping better and feeling better. So anybody over 18 can use this product, but it is really targeted for people 40 and over. And they told us that the first 4 weeks, it's blowing it out of the park. And there's not only people coming over because of this product, there are full teams from other companies coming over because of this product. So I'm jokingly calling this the gateway drug. This is a great way to bring people over. Clearly, we believe in the synergy in the system of Isogenics, and that's what our 11 days are about. But if you have somebody that wants to come in on a sticky product, as I call it, a 1 product only, Harmonia is a great one. And then these bottom 2 are what's coming this summer. So they're coming out with a new creatine. We actually have creatine in our amped line, so I'm not sure if that one's going away or if this is going to be additional one, but they've been talking about how creatine helps with brain health as we age, muscle retention as we age. I don't know much about it other than I grabbed the snapshot of what it's going to look like. Everybody is really excited about this one. Clear protein, they're playing with the name. It's probably going to be called protein water. Apparently in Australia and New Zealand, this is huge. And ironically, since they've announced this is coming, I've tuned up my ears and I've started hearing it elsewhere also. It is not going to be a meal replacement. It's not going to be thick like a shake. I want you guys to think hydrate. It's going to be clear, hence the name. It's not going to overlap our shake flavors. It's going to be a tropical punch. They've said, I think they said like an orange mango flavor or an orange something pineapple flavor. I don't know, but it's a tropical punch. It's 20 grams undenatured whey protein. And this is for people who are protein pacing, are keeping track of macros. They want the clean snack and on the quick, easy go lifestyle. So if you don't want to do bars, this would be an option. If you want to do a bedtime belly buster to increase that metabolism before bed, this would be an option. If you just want a clean snack or to change the flavors in your shake and add more protein in your shake, this is what's coming. Love the packaging. This is supposed to be very Gen Z packaging. So we may get a whole new traction of some younger people with the clear protein, because I think that's the genre where clear protein is really popular right now. So both of these are coming this summer. And then as we've been talking about duplication, so the best ways when you have people saying, what do I do? Or how do I talk to people? We built our whole business the first probably 5 years on sip and samples and Facebook posts. So I would say 90% of our business came from that way. And we keep hearing over and over again that people are so tired of Zooms, they want that personal connection. So you guys live all over the country. Kathy's in Illinois, Darlene's Iowa, Ingrid's Wisconsin, Crystal and Kim are South Carolina. So it's kind of, I don't want to call you guys lone soldiers, but you have, I could help coach you how to do a sip and sample. if it's something where you're going to be like, yeah, I really, really want to do this, I'd entertain the idea of flying out if you wanted that help. But having that opportunity to get people together, hear people's stories, give them a little tasting before they buy, there's so much value in that. And so I feel like we're coming back to the basics. That is what's creating huge momentum for a lot of people. The other one are the 3-way calls and the 11-day resets. And now that when I lived in Illinois, 70% of my team was within a half an hour. That was a gift. So now that I'm farther away, these 3-way calls and the monthly resets are huge because it still allows us to link arms together, even though we're all in different parts of the country. So I actually have 2 3-way calls today. Crystal is one of them. We're going to jump on at noon with one of her friends from church. And Ingrid and Darlene have really had great success with the 3-way calls as well. And it's as simple as I edify you and talk about some of your victories. You introduce me. I go through the synergy, ask them their goals, tailor the call to their goals. A lot of times it's around the synergy of Isagenix, so we go over that. And then when they're ready to sign up, we're ready to go. One of the things we can do is, especially with you guys all having jobs outside of Isagenix, I can enroll somebody under somebody for you while you're at work. So if we do a 3-way call and then somebody says, I'm ready to go next week or Tuesday, we can either gather the information immediately, we can send them a link, or I can always call them back on that day and time that they prefer if you don't happen to be available. So again, because I am choosing to do this as what I would call full-time, use me when you guys aren't available at work. And these 11-day resets, this really came about last year through an idea at conference, and Cindy ran with it, Cindy and Val, and I kind of mimicked it off of them. What's been really cool about the 11-day resets is I think it's 3-pronged. And I'm going to use you again, Kathy and Darlene, as an example. It's brought some old timers back, and it's bringing back consistency. That longevity in Isagenix is great, but longevity without consistency is not the game. So we want to keep that consistency going. So I feel like it's brought people back of, oh yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to be hydrating more, or I forgot I'm supposed to be cleansing once a month. So it's that bringing back consistency. It's showing new people what to do. And then it's offering a tool for all of us for you to invite people like, hey, I'm feeling great. Come join me on this next reset. So it's really 3-pronged. And we're now at the year mark that we've been doing this. And what's great is every month, there's always at least 1 or 2 new people in the group. So keep using this as a tool with your current team members and to reach out to other people. And then the other thing is that HHP is a private Facebook group. That's Lori Olson's brainchild. You can put people in there to check it out. So you don't have to have joined yet. We want anybody who's on a wellness journey to feel welcome. And they'll do things like recipes in there, product education in there. And the goal is eventually to convert them into a customer, but it's also a great place to stay connected in product knowledge. And then you guys may want to screenshot this as well. This just talks about where you have opportunities to link arms with me. So when I talked about some resources, Eric Worre will build your belief in network marketing. Michael Klaus is Lynn's husband. He has this great podcast. They're only 30 minutes long, and he only wants you to listen to one once a week. And it's specific to network marketing, and it's specific to Isagenix. And it teaches you how to talk to people, how to create a list, how to overcome objections, how to intermingle Isagenix in a conversation. So if that's something you want to learn more, whether you're in the car, working out, getting ready in the morning, cleaning your house, put on Michael Klaus's podcast. They're phenomenal. And you can literally Google Lessons in Leadership Michael podcast, and it'll pop up. Mine, I have an Apple phone, so I just download it, Apple iTunes or whatever it's called. But where I'm getting a lot of my training for things like the clear water and the creatine that's coming and this Linktree link is every Monday. About a year ago, they started this. The top leaders are leading a call for anybody who wants to tune in. It's every Monday at noon Eastern. If you guys, especially because y'all have work outside of Isagenix, you're like, that doesn't work with my work schedule, but I'd love to learn what they're talking about. They record it and it's in Isagenix Business. And you just click under United Leaders and all the links are there. Same thing with the recording for on Thursdays right now, Dr. Paul is doing educational calls that prospects are welcome to and current customers are welcome to. So this past Thursday was on Moringa. The link isn't up yet. It takes usually 2 or 3 days for the recording to get up. And I checked before the call. But if you go in there, they will have the recordings for that. So just know that you can link arms with Lisa's call. And then my coach, Cindy Walters, she does a call at 7 every Monday night. She puts hers in her team pages. So her team page is Team Synergy. That's a leader page. My leader page is Shooting Stars. Both of us try and put information in there, whether it's new products are coming, promotions. If you want a sneak peek before promotion comes, you'll see it first in those pages. Anything that you want to be in the know, these are your pages of where to find things. If you're a person who loves conference, our next conference is coming up and it's the big one. It's the national one. So you'll see people from Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Australia. They all come to this conference. It is August 8th and 9th in Denver. There is a promotion that Kathy, you'd be the only one not qualified for it because you've been a consultant already before 2025. But everybody else, if you hit your Crystal Manager promotion before April, actually before May something, but I know Ingrid, you have an April date for your, or not Ingrid, Darlene, you have an April deadline date. I think it's the 15th. To become a manager, you get a free ticket to Celebration and your coach gets a free ticket. So just know these are ways to learn on your own time, again, especially because there's recordings and some of them are Facebook groups, but also not feel like you're out there alone. Or if you, for some reason, can't get a hold of me, let me know. And like I talked about at the beginning, your excitement, your energy is going to do more than anything. So I know we went through a lot and I know we're a little over time. Before I let y'all go, does anybody have any specific questions for me? Okay. So our next reset is coming up on Monday the 7th. So perfect time to reach out to people. Even if people start a day or two late, that's okay. And then the other thing I did forget to mention is that Isagenix Business, like the IsoPulse Plus, has a lot of, if you want to grab pictures of products, if you want to do training, again, you can do this at your own pace, fast, slow, whichever you want. But that's another resource. And then in February, we had a snowstorm out here on the one day I was going to do a live sip and sample. So I pivoted to record the virtual event. And it is 30 minutes. So if you ever want to send a longer version versus that link tree and actually send somebody a virtual sip and sample, I have the recording for that. The recording is in the Isagenix Shooting Stars. So again, use the tools to make yourself duplicatable and keeping it simple. And like I said, I am recording this. So anybody who is watching the recordings, please reach out if you have any questions. But I'm going to stop the recording now.